wasting your time with the songs, but that's okay. Whoa, I said that's okay. Whoa, let me give you what you want. Yeah, and maybe later what you need. Yeah, I used to that. I have a smile in a while. You're feeling pretty lonely. Yeah, your daddy should have bought you that boy. Let me give you what you want. Give me your soul, give me all these sweets. There you go. Alrighty. Whoa. Yeah, no, let's keep that there. But yeah. So I'm back. I'm back again. Don't worry about my what's. Oh, well, you can't see that. But yeah, I am here. You know, I wanted to do another stream before I go to bed. Been really excited about playing this game, so I just can't help it. But you know, we ball. So let me check if I can be heard. Cause if I can't, then oh, well, you can't see that. But yeah, I am here. Yep, I can be heard. Alrighty. So yeah. Got some tricks with me. Really hungry, and we ball. Anyways, back to it. The dawn of a new day. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation makes the sun seem all the brighter. Oh, you don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. I took a bottle of Dr. People. My stomach protests. Maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted. My hands are shaking slightly, and my vision is cloudy. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. I should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. This building has a basic shower room. There's no bath, but it's enough. The lab would be hell without it. Daru's at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bouncing impatiently. The room is mostly silent, save for the electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way, and doesn't even try to start conversation. Neither do I. I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that the phone wave, named Charge to Change, was also a time machine. But Kurisu didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. That zoom in on her face, that's hilarious. Listen, I've read the mail. I have read the mail. There you go. Leave me alone. I'm not your ball. That's nasty, man. That's a nasty word. Actually, before I do anything, I gotta check if I There you go. Alrighty. Gotta make sure my streaks are kept. Anyways, she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. They do, that is very true though. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and I. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave, named Subject to Change, had a tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave, named Subject to Change, is indeed a time machine. The results, however, we went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the phone wave named subject to change, but everything failed. No change. Nothing happened. After the experiment where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. First, let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precaution. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water, just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. We'll keep an eye out from now on, but if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Problem 2. Mass increase. When a discharge phenomenon occurs, the phone wave, named subject to change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. But because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. To deal with this issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. This hides the hole in the floor too. It's only a temporary fix though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Brown is quite capable of raising my rent. And that's to say nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find a source of the mass increase. If amateurs like us even can, that is. But the first 2 problems pale before the third. This last problem is critical. Until we solve it, we can't even really experiment with the phone wave named subject to change. Problem 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send emails to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried about 40 different things, but not one could reproduce the discharge phenomenon. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key. That theory was proven false. Therefore, there might be something else I'm missing, but for now, we're at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed. Which brings us to the present. Sorry. Honestly, I gave up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Another email pops up on my phone. I haven't gotten a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabe-kun. You're living like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk, Lamau. Anyway, let me know when you have something on the IBM 5100, pretty please. Monica. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. They're all from Shining Finger, the woman called Kiryu Monica. I never used email this often before. Even my Yuri sends me 1 or 2 a day. And she's a teenage girl. Frankly, it's starting to get on my nerves.
Nah. Sambo ni gyudon demo.
I see how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. I finish off my bottle of Dr. P. My stomach gurgles. Haven't eaten anything since yesterday. I'm hungry, or I'm so hungry I don't even feel like showering. Call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard. My usually spending money is getting low. You and Daru need to chip in too sometimes. You don't want to get between me and my food. No, that's really mean. There you go. Don't get angry. Next time I'll treat you to anything you want or you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of our experiments. What a bot, bro.
んどい。
腹は減ってないのか？
減ったけどさ。
煮え切らない男め。
What is he doing on the computer anyway? I'm curious. I actually peek over, or excuse me, I casually peek over his shoulder. That typo really messed me up on the last one. There's an image of a futuristic looking facility I've never seen before. Richly colored cords crawl through a gigantic octagonal tunnel, like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese. Daru sighs heartily. I don't know if the blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if there's something just wrong with him.
ラージハドロンコライダーにはマジ癒されるよな。
貴様、今何と言った？
Large Hadron Collider? Huh? Huh, I'm not bugging. It says large hard-on. That is not what that is. Yeah, the Large Hadron Collider. Not the Large Hard-On, bro. That's not what that is. Is that an incantation? No. It's a good technique.
ラージハドロンコライダー。知らんの？
Okay, no, it was a typo. It was a typo. Large Hard-On Collider. That's crazy. I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out.
で、何すんだよ。
寝ぼけているのか？
寝ぼけてないよ。
そのラージハドロンコライダーとは何なんだ？
セルンだよ。セルン。その施設の実験装置。略称は LHC。マジ燃えるからおぬぬめ。
お前、人でないものにも性欲を。
ねえよ。でもなんつうの？見ててワクワクするっつうの？ニヤニヤできるっつうの？そんな感じってあるやん。
そういえば少し前は工場や高速道路の高架下がたまらないとか言っていたな。
そうそう、あれと一緒。
節操がなさすぎる。
2D, 3D, and even inanimate objects.
ジャンル分けして自分で興味の対象を狭める方がもったいなくね？
And yet, you do anything to avoid things that don't interest you. Hypocrite.
セルンか。
Her name. I've seen it somewhere, and recently. Where was it again? Oh, of course.
ジョンタイター。
ああ、ジョンタイター？オカリンが言ってたのって今アットチェンで祭りになってるやつのことだったんだな。
それは偽物である可能性もある。俺が言っているジョンタイターは10年前に現れた方だ。
10年前にも現れた？同一人物？
I hope that Dara would remember, but no such luck.
とにかくジョンタイターがセルンのことについて触れていた。
I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of.
タイターはこんな予言を残した。すなわち2034年までにセルンがタイムマシンを完成させると。
There you go. Give me 1 second, please. Now, instead of tricks, I have lucky charms.
おお、タイムマシン。まさにタイムリーな話題じゃん。でもそれって10年前じゃなくて、今のタイターも言ってた気がする。
10年前だろうが今だろうがどちらでもいい。それより気にならないか、誰？この奇妙な符号はシュタインズゲートの選択である可能性が高い。
タイターって信頼できるん？
信頼できるかできないかはどうでもいいのだ。俺たちと奴は今タイムマシンというキーワードでつながっている。そのタイターが言及したセルンについて念のために調べたとしても損にはならないはず。
Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the phone wave name started to change. Experiment has hit a dead end for now. It shouldn't matter if I make a little detour for this.
誰？セルンについて詳しく。
オッケー。僕のセルンフォルダが火を吹くぜ。
Daru strikes his keys with renewed passion. He goes to my pictures folder and opens a folder literally called CERN. I go, I just thought it was gonna be the porn folder.
セルンは世界最大の素粒子物理学の研究施設だよ。ヨーロッパ素粒子物理学研究所だとか、欧州素粒子原子核研究機構みたいな通称で呼ばれることもある。スイスとフランスの国境近く、ジュネーブ郊外にあってさ、古いところだと HTML や HTTP ワールドワイドウェブを生み出したところってんで有名。
ワールドワイドウェブだと？それってインターネットの？
ビンゴ URL の最初についてるやつ。
CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read about what I read in Titer's books. Dude, Teeters. John Teeter. I never knew they were that amazing.
日本じゃそんなに馴染みはないけど、日本の研究チームも現在進行形で参加してたりするのだぜ。
セルンはどんな研究を？
基本的には素粒子物理学かな。世界でも唯一セルンしか持ってない超でかい実験装置を持ってるんだ。いわゆる 粒子加速器ってやつ。低速汎用子蓄積リング、陽子シンクロトロンブースター、大型電子陽電子コライダーで、ラスボスは世界最大を誇る LHC ラージハドロンコライダータン。
Done. Otaku possesses the ability to anthropomorphize. I mean, sorry. Okay. Excuse me. Otaku possess the ability to anthropomorphize in moe form. It's about anything in the world, simply by sticking a tan on the end of its name. Daru's powers encompass even particle acceleration. Oh, my fault. I forgot about these. Okay. HTML. Hypertext Markup Language. A language used to design web pages or web page documents. Allows the embedding of images, videos, sound, and hyperlinks. So, when I was in college, I actually studied in not deliberately studied, but passively studied in HTML because my degree required it. And it was really interesting because like you're basically coding to learning how to code websites. And granted, they didn't look the best, but they definitely it was definitely interesting to see. I forgot what website we used, but it was cool. If you're learning to code and you're watching this, good for you, man. Excuse me, let me use a gender neutral term. Good for you, because like learning to code is such a cool thing. Like it's hard, like really hard. So anybody who can do it, it can do it well. Like for both of them, like if you can do it, but also, like if you can do it, props to you. But if you can do it well, props to you even more, because like that's so difficult. Like again, and that's just with HTML. Like there's other ways to program too. Like I know, like I don't remember if HTML is different from CSS or like no, I forgot what the other one was, but yeah, Java. It was Java. There was another one, Java, yeah. But yeah, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. That's the stuff on the websites. The communication protocol used to transfer data like HTML between a browser and a web server, and the World Wide Web, abbreviated as WWW, also simply called the web, a standardized document system used on the internet. Anthropomorphism. To represent a non-human entity as a humanoid character. Animals and military hardware are among the most common subjects. But anything can be military hardware? I guess, yeah. I was thinking more like cars and stuff like that, but that works too. Animals and military hardware are among the most common subjects, but anything can be anthropomorphized. Or anthropomorphized. Even abstract concepts, chemical elements, and countries. Daru doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image.
LHC はセルンの地下にある全長約27キロのサークル状トンネルに設置された粒子加速器なんだよ。陽子同士をそのトンネルで加速させて衝突させることで未知の素粒子反応を起こそうって実験を去年あたりから始めてる。実験開始前はその実験でミニブラックホールが作られちゃうかもって噂もあったな。そのミニブラックホールに地球が飲み込まれる、宇宙がやばいみたいな。
Alright, give me 1 second. Stop that. Mini black holes. The last thing he said was mini black holes. I'm pretty sure Teeter said his time machine used mini black holes. Are those things he said about CERN true?
現実にそうなる可能性は
あるわねえよ。セルンが公式に否定してる。もし仮にミニブラックホールが生成されたとしてもエネルギー量はすごく小さいから生まれた瞬間に消えるね。地球を飲み込むなんて全然無理っしょ。
だが火のないところに煙は立たない。
If I remember correctly, Tudor claimed that Sir began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they complete the time machine. Right now, it's 2010. They've actually started that research. It would have been 9 years ago. According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. Suspicious. Of course, that's assuming if Tudor's story is true. Some of Tudor's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Tudor's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Tudor's tale. Tudor's tale. Or at least, I want there to be. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ聞いて驚くな。悪の陰謀の匂いを嗅ぎつけた。ジョン・タイターとセル。その2つの言葉から俺が言いたいことは分かってもらえるはずだ。ああ、そうだ。奴らは機関とつながりがある可能性が高い。偶然だと？おいおい、あまり俺を失望させるなよ。何？根拠だと？そうだな。あえて言えばささやくのだよ。俺のマッドサイエンティストとしての直感がな。
That was a long sentence, Lord.
奴らは世界を滅ぼそうとしている。ああ、ミニブラックホールによってだ。だが、もしもその技術を俺たちが横取りすることができたらどうかな。当然だ。俺を誰だと思っている？全てはシュタインズゲートの選択だよ。L、プサイ、コングレ。
Oh, see his face, man. I put away my phone and turned to find Daru giving me an exasperated look.
お前は一体誰と戦っているんだ？
ダルよ。俺たちのやるべきことは一つだ。
やるべきこと？なんぞ。
なんぞではない。引き返すな。そこは全てを組んでにやりと笑うのだ。でないとスーパーハカーらしくないだろうが。
I wanted to say something like, well, why the hell not? So what's in it for me? Oh, I wanted him to say something like, well, why the hell not? So what's in it for me? And then we continue like this, grinning slyly the whole time. Yeah, what a cornball. A week's worth of potato chips. 10 days. You sure are a glutton. The dive makes you a hungry man. Deal. Get started. You got it, boss. Yeah, that was not happening. That was not happening. Or something like that. Yep, a real cool conversation. But the real world Daru just purses his
オ
lips.
カリンはいつも説明不足なんだっつうの。かっこつけるより先に分かるように話してくれ。
That's funny. Work with me here, man.
お前はスーパーハカーだ。
ハカーって言うな。せめてハッカーにして。
あとは分かるな。
いや全然。
You're not gonna put. Oh, it's my earring. Aww. That's so cute. Thank you, my earring. You're a sweetheart.
セル、ハッキングしろ。
Daru stares at me in disbelief.
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか？
誰？お前ならできる。 奴らの悪事を暴き、タイムマシンについてのヒントを手に入れろ。
悪事ってオカリンの妄想だろう。
電話レンジカッコ仮をタイムマシンとして使えるようにするか、このままただの打作としてラブの倉庫で眠らせることになるか、今が分岐点だ。
マジで言ってんの？
俺はいつでもマジである。
I looked Daru straight in the eyes as I answered. Most like that made him understand my position. I gotta edit this title because it's not accurate. Where's I gotta go to my computer. That's better. Alrighty. Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight.
どうなっても知らないぜ。
Suddenly, Daru is bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy was a lie.
交渉成立だ。すぐ取り掛かってくる。
うは、みなぎってきた。
報酬のポテチ1週間分はスイスの銀行に振り込んでおく。
Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in
じ
concentration.
ゃあ俺は寝る。あとは任せた。
I lie down on the sofa and let the clacking of Daru's keyboard lull me to sleep. I wake up to the twilight, sun streaming in through the window. A refreshing breeze blows in, slowly brushing my cheek. Original sin rising to 180. Kiyoma, when operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah. You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although, I suppose that makes things interesting. Yeah. What are you scheming? Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room, but I can't. Hey Gemini, can you shut the hell up? Good lord, man, scaring the daylights out of me. There you go. Never mind. Oh goodness. Alright. I look around the room, but I can't find my room. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. P out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I throw myself back down on the sofa and start browsing ad channel on my phone. Well, perfect timing. Teeter is currently posting on the thread. Alright. The Everett Wheeler motto is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems like you're all still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, the laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there are few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the word line's percent difference from the standard. Die, troll, you can't be a time traveler without any proof. Stock trends, please, I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? All I know, your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. You still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details blocks. Oh, they spelled it wrong. Oh no, humanity is doomed. What has Steins done? Lol, noobs responding seriously to troll thread. This teeter guy's a poopy troll. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Titer's points have merit. By the way, Teeter, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life savings. Everett Wheeler model, many worlds interpretation. Basically, that means parallel worlds. What's with all these stupid name tags? This Hoen Kyoma's more annoying than Teeter. You call yourself John Teeter, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English will at least make it seem more realistic. Can't do English, can you? Can I ask you a favor, Teeter-san? My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death? So please, lend me a time machine. You're gonna believe this time traveler? Lol, without proof? Are you an idiot? No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a singular direction. That's proof that your preconceptions are probably deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event occurs, or causes divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes this world line to diverge to a new world line. Call it world line B. On world line B, I'm afraid to say @channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all of your memories of reading and posting on @channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. Only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. Responding to Curry Gohan Kamehameha. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst, unlike you closed-minded fools. I'll reserve judgment until after I've heard what Teeter has to say, and then I will make contact with Teeter and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist Hoen Kyomo will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleaze bags. Tell me stock prices are effing die. I won't believe until you do. Responding to John Teeter 311. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? You even realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. But what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes, lol. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I could be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'm gonna go get a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy spiked shoulder pads? I checked CERN's homepage. It says that they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? What the hell's gonna happen? Does Teeter have a mohawk? God, that's effing moe. Are you implying our brains make the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree and we're branches or something? That's some Ava level BS right there. Go back to 2036. Dang, it's so slow to scroll, bro. Okay, is this how you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstructed of the memory, or the timeline and alteration of the people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. they are reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. It's a world warrior. I'm interested in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. The door opens, and a girl peeks inside. I recognize her. It's the girl I met yesterday at the Bronte workshop. When our eyes meet, she smiles. Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in his zone. It'll be bad to disturb him with our voices. And out to the girl and hurry outside. What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amor. Alright, Amane Suzuha.
今我が相棒である天才が重要なミッションを遂行中なのだ。邪魔をしたくない。
君たちって何してる人？
前も言ったはずだ。俺たちの秘密に踏み込めば貴様も危険に巻き込まれる可能性があると。
未来ガジェット研究所って言うんだよね。
なぜ知っている？俺は説明した覚えはないぞ。まさか貴様、機関のスパイ？
I raise my guard and spring into my praying mantis stance. But Suzuha just stares blankly.
下のポストにそう書いてあった。
そうか。
I lower my guard. Why did you just say so?
知られたからにはしょうがない。簡単に説明しておこう。ただし、これは他言無用だ。
Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me or are her eyes gleaming? That's so cute. That's so cute. Oh my gosh.
我ら未来ガジェット研究所は世界を影から操る闇の機関に対抗し、その支配構造を破壊するために活動しているのだ。ふーはははは。
へえ。その闇の機関ってセルン？
そうだ。
おお、やっぱそうなの？あいつら抱きすべき連中だよね。
She nods to herself for some reason. And contemptible. Thought I was the only one who used words like that in normal conversation.
なぜ俺たちが今まさにセルンにハッキング中だと知っている？
ハッキング中なの？今？
Me and my big mouth.
いいからこちらの質問に答えろ。なぜ俺たちとセルンの関係を知っている？
それは。いや実は昼間話し声を聞いちゃってさ、ここに立つと窓から聞こえてくるわけ。
The window. Come to think of it, it was open, and Daru and I were talking loudly. Can you really hear us from here? I look up to the second floor. The window's still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. I guess Daru's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Bronte workshop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly. His tire is mostly clean. It's probably new. Looks pretty fast, but whose is it?
私昨日からここで働き出したんだけど
Suzuha opens the brown tube workshop door with a wry
これ
smile.
が予想以上に暇でさ今日だけで 4,5 回は外に出たね客来ないかなーって店の前で索敵しちゃったね
Reconnoiter. Now there's a word you don't hear in college or casual conversation. What does it mean? Is she saying recon? Reconnoiter. No, reconnaissance is different. Make a military observation. Yeah, reconnoiter. Okay, I see it. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, to scout an area and gather intelligence. She's some kind of secret agent? Follow Suzuha into the store.
その時に2階から君たちの話し声が聞こえちゃったわけよ気になってついネットで調べちゃったセルンの黒い噂についてもバッチリ知ってるよ
Dang, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn to a scorching hell. Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
とにかく絶対に他言無用だぞ
Or else men in black will raid us.
あ、うんわかったこれでも口は硬いから任せといて
Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the brown tube workshop. That gigantic TV isn't on. Mr. Brown is not here either.
店長はどこへ
たった今君のテレビの修理が終わって出てったよ
He probably went to see the chickmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking up my beloved daughter from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her anyway. Just how irresponsible can you be to neglect your work to see your daughter? He used to put a back soon sign on the door whenever he left. Well, he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone.
つうわけで治ったテレビはこれね
Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter.
お代は1000円でいいってさ
Damn, manager. I bet he gave it to us just so we could charge repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out. Ooh, Lukaku. I baked cookies today. Had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some of your lab friends, Master? Oh, bake some for your lab friends. Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques for Samadare whenever you have time. P.S. I managed 10 swings today. Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. That's wild. She takes out a receipt. Apparently it was already written out.
毎度ありじゃあ持ってっていいよ
まさか一人で持っていけと
え違うの持ってきた時も一人だったんでしょ
Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is so easy to ask, woman.
手伝ってもいいけどそっかもう力仕事も女がやる時代か
She mutters, her tone pensive. How sarcastic of her.
誰も貴様に手伝ってもらおうなどとは思っていないというより貴様のような女子に手伝ってもらうことなどこの俺のプライドが許さん
おお
Applause.
今の男らしいじゃん私惚れちゃうかも
騙されるものか貴様嘘をついている
なんで嘘って思うの
それはこの俺の能力の一つ、カラーリングジェントルマンが反応したから。
Coloring gentleman. This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die.
能力
Oh, lying gentleman, or excuse me, coloring gentleman. Oh, Suzuha's eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise.
それって超能力的なもの？
When I nod, she whispers into my ear.
あのさ、君みたいな能力者って他にもあまたにいるわけ？
いるわけがなかろう。この俺がスペシャルなのだ。
I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty.
そっか、あまたにはいないのか。びっくりした。でもいるって時点ですごいな。やっぱセルンのせいで退化したのかな。
After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in
で
understanding.
もさ、戦闘になれば相手の嘘を見抜く力なんて意味なくない？やっぱ 1000m 級の長距離狙撃を命中させられるとか、いかに効率よく相手の関節決められるかとかの方が重要だと思うな。
What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? A mock battle using air guns, primarily played outside in the mountains. Participants generally wear camouflage. In the mountains, I never heard of that. I know that there's like specific airsoft areas you can go to, but in the mountains is new to me. Oh, it's a survival game. That's so weird. No, wait, don't tell me.
貴様、さては機関のヒットマンだな。ミス・ゴルゴというコードネームで呼ばれているだろう。誰に雇われた？
いや、誰にも雇われてないし。っていうか、ゴルゴって何？
She's trying to gloss over things with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me, I think I remember her saying something awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday.
ちなみにさ、君の能力って他にもあるの？
あったとしても、俺を殺しに来たヒットマンに教えるものか。
君を殺しなんてしないってば。
己の能力を他人に教えるなど、自殺行為にも程がある。力を秘めたるもの。相手に悟られぬよう使ってこそ、初めて最大限の効果を得られるのだ。
ケチ。
なんとでも言え。
Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet. Invisible sparks scatter. You're not gonna believe who it is. It's Moeka! Okabe-kun! I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me the super hacker's address when you can. If you don't get cracking, someone else might get the IBM 5100 first. Moeka. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. Turn my attention away from Suzuha. This ringstone's starting to piss me off. So it's likely from the male demon shining finger. Can tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. He's got some stalker qualities and maybe split personalities. Shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It's like a small metal pin. Anyway, how could she be this lazy on her second day? I love CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it?
なんか渋い顔してるね。死亡通知でも来た？
あ？
例えだっ ってば。
Just wondering if I got a death notice. How can you say that with? How can she say that with a straight face? What the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
嫌な知らせでもあったのかって聞きたかったわけ。
似たようなものだ。
This girl is hard to get a handle on. Really shouldn't let my guard down around her.
IBN5100 というレトロ PC にやたら執着している女がいてな。
Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak.
IBN5100？
知っているのか？
あ、うん。
そうか。IBN5100 の都市伝説は有名だったのか。
Maybe that's retro PCs. Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought.
そうそう、都市伝説で知った。君はどの程度まで知ってんの？
IBN5100 を実際に探し回ってみたが、結局秋葉にはなかったというオチは知っている。
そっか、そりゃそうだよね。
何か知っている口ぶりだな。
いや、知ってるような知ってないようなって感じかな。私は知らないけど、遠い知り合いが知ってて、それをちらっと聞いたことがあるみたいな。
Another insincere smile. Starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. Just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face.
何者?
Suzuha falls back down on the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position.
IBN5100 についてのさ、興味深い情報教えてあげようと思ったのにな。そんな目で見られたら教える気なくなっちゃった。
そもそも俺は IBN5100 になど興味はない。
I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization's regime after all.
貴様を信用できる要素が一つもない。その面白い情報が真実であるかどうかもわからない。
うわぁ、そこまで言う？確かに私、挙動不審だけどね。じゃあさ、教えないけどヒントだけあげるよ。そんで、分かりそうで分からないもどかしさに身もだえちゃえ。実は IBN5100 には隠された機能があるんだよ。
The hidden function. That reminds me. Pretty sure that John Teeters from 2000 said something like that. Search through my memories.
確か IBN5100 には独自のプログラミング言語がどうたらこうたら。
嘘！なんで知ってんの？なんで？
Hell nah, bro.
I'm not your fault, you're my fault. That's right. Okay, you're my fault, okay? Cause really it's DDG. Yeah. He's just pulling him. I'm right here. Shaky. Cause I hear my ball again. I'm your fault. You're my fault. I'm your fault.
Sorry. I stopped talking. It's just I need to send this to one of my friends because it's hilarious. There you go. Only vaguely remember, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grinned.
能力名サイズハンカ。俺は貴様の心の内を読み取ることができるのだ。
何それ、反則。
Sounds like Ferris a little bit. For some reason, Susa covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. It's not enough space to escape my power.
全てはお見通しだ。天音鈴葉。観念するがいい。
とにかく IBN5100 には隠された機能があるの。 AP エリアベーシックが普及する前に書かれた IBN の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？
Let's see. I heard of BASIC, but I never heard of APL. Short for a programming language, of course. A programming language introduced in 1964. Short for Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. A beginner's programming language frequently used in 1970s. That's cool. Now I remember, John Teeter said the same thing in 2000. Right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to the function's existence.
今や IBN5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
The reason John Teeter revealed to John Teeter, I keep saying Teeter. The reason John Teeter traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Monica wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who'd know about that sort of function.
だから IBN5100 ってすごくレアな PC なの。
While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I get one I could sell it for a high price. Could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. And that's that. I miss talking to Suzuha, man. I miss her already. Alright, back to the message forms. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone another city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that. Technology belongs to those chosen by CERN in a committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. It's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war? How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. This Teeter guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Dying of fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, the system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves how is that possible? How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there is no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's proven by 2036. How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I really should kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush, give us answers. You're one of the old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of BS and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, lol. CERN probably figured it out. They got a time machine to experiment with, right? That'll make you no better than Teeter. If you're willing to face consequences, then go right ahead. Teeter, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find it on BA 5100? Is John Teeter plugging for the commies? I thought they went out of style years ago. I thought Teeter was crazy, but this Hoeing guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. World War III Lamau. Is there supposed to be an IBM 5100 in Akiba? There you go. As I explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless. But if even one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? Oh, shoot. I'd like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have a time. Of course, if anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. It's already the 31st? What? 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glanced at Daru while browsing @channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-a-tat-tat of his keyboard. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was gonna ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, "Don't talk to me." I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with Teeter just aren't making sense. Not even Teeter himself seems to know about the Teeter from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on @channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decided to email Teeter directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on @channel. I guess that's his way of saying bring it on. In my email, I questioned the differences between his post now and his post 10 years ago. The current Teeter hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. In 2036, the world is contaminated from nuclear warfare. You traveled from 2036 to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't realize that there was more to it. Let me go back. So, yep. John Teeter travels to 1975 to obtain IBM 5100. The IBM 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBM 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBM's proprietary computer language, which predates APL in BASIC. But only certain IBM engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Teeter meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Teeter was a soldier who volunteered for his mission. John Teeter is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Teeter correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, the other predictions were unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, Civil War in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave that aside for now. I'm gonna ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Okay. This is how you described yourself 10 years ago. Why have you changed your story? Also, most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future, then why didn't your predictions come true? I'd appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Alright, let's end it now. If you can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Teeter is an imposter. This is your litmus test, John Teeter. So what are your two colors? Oh, it's Mayuri. Mayuri comes in. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley self.
2人が2日連続徹夜って聞いたからね。差し入れ買ってきたよ。
そうか。それはご苦労。
Though to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. Took an afternoon nap yesterday. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag. And then she takes out...
じゃーん、おでん缶。
Jean... Dane. A canned meal sold at vending machines. Each can contains a hot broth with various odin ingredients such as boiled egg, radish, cognac, radish, cognac. No, that's not cognac. That's konjac. Cognac is Hennessy. Am I bugging? I'm not bugging, right? Hennessy is a cognac. Let's see. Courvoisier and Hennessy are cognac. Yeah, okay. Anyways, so konjac, beef, and tofu, a popular Akihabara specialty, or Akihabara. The canned odin is still warm when she gives it to me. I'll open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. When it comes to canned odin, beef is where it's at.
マユシーからのプレゼントだよ。1個270円もするんだから大事に食べてね。
Aww, she's such a
最
grandma.
近バナナや唐揚げは食べ飽きていたところだ。今後もこの差し入れで頼む。
さすがにしょっちゅうおごれるほどマユシーのポケットマネーは多くないのです。あとバナナや唐揚げはマユシーが大好きだから今後も続けます。
I consider saying you'll get fat if you only get frozen foods, but that threat's not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat, no matter how much she eats.
あ
How
と
much she
ね
eats.
他にもあるよ。はい、じゃーん。
Like she produces a small box with a Rhinet illustration.
ライネットソーセージ。あのね、おまけでウーパのボトルキャップがついてくるんだ。すごく欲しかったから買っちゃった。
She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. Sometimes, something tells me that in a few months' time, this level will be neck deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but the number is surely to grow exponentially.
で、ダル君はどう？
苦戦中だ。少しぐらい休んでもらった方がいいんだがな。何もぶっ通しで何とかしろとは一言も言ってないんだから。
ダル君のスーパーハッカー魂がメラメラバーニングしちゃったんだね。
そこハカーって言わないように。
An empty diet cola bottle comes whistling through the air. It hits my head with a nice stunk.
ピリピリしてる。
He sure is. He sure is. Mary and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat Oda
で
together.
もハッキングって悪いことなんだよね。マユシーはね、二人にそういうことしてほしくないな。
ダルのスーパーハッカーじゃなくてハッカーとしての腕前使わなければ宝の持ち腐れだ。
Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked certain system back in 2008. Found news articles about it online. Means even the investors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. These inventors. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through.
それにこれはセルンの悪事を暴くため世界を陰で支配する巨大な闇との戦いなのだよ。
悪いことは悪いことだよ。
It's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it. We are doing a bad thing. Oh. Okay. I thought it was something else. Oh my goodness. This is Amane Suzuha. First email. Thanks for exchanging exchanging addresses with me yesterday. Finally made a friend here. Yay! Don't worry, I won't email you too much, and I might be slow to reply too. I'm kind of new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. But there's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject.
マユリよ、さつま揚げをやるから牛すじをくれないか。
それならうずら卵がいいな。
ふざけるな。俺は牛すじの次にうずら卵が好きなのだ。
マユシンもうずら卵好きだもん。
ちくわで手を打ってくれ。
わかったよ。さつま揚げよりはちくわだもんね。
With that said, I skewered a shikuwa and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Yeah, you're sick, Nick. Oh my gosh, bro.
SQL のテーブル一覧さえ手に入れればパスワード特定余裕なんだよ。うへへへへ。僕をなめんな。
Daru has started talking to himself. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is the super hacker. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters.
おほ、来た来た来た。いいよいいよ。ほら観念して俺の前に全部晒しやがれっつうの。すっぱだかにされてる気分はどうだよ。ひゃっ
His eyes are bloodshot. He's starting to ramble. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Daru opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string, and slams the enter key. An error sound rings. He quickly deletes the string and enters a new one. He keeps repeating the sequence until finally.
おお、来た来た。ID とパス一致。ひょっほー。ログイン完了だゴラ。死ねえ、なめんな。イエスイエスイエス。
What enthusiasm.
やったのか。
The smug... Whatever, I'll just say it. The smug bastard turns around with an expression of immense satisfaction, as if he's gone into a le petit mort. What does that mean? A condition of mental and physical release unique to male physiology, characterized by feeling a supreme calm and composure. Entering this state is almost like becoming an empty shell, also known as hyper sage time or saint time. I've never heard of this before. Let me look it up. La Petite Mort. Oh. Oh, so you... It's a euphemism for an orgasm. Okay. That's great. That's great. Okay. That's all I need to know.
ミッションコンプリート。
本当か？
わあ、すごいね。よくわかんないけど。
The 20 hours of agony. It's finally over. I showed Daru my appreciation. I tossed him in an open note can.
仕事の後のおでん缶って最高すぎだろう。
よくやった。やはりお前は世界最高のスーパーハッカー。
ハッカーな。
あ、ハッカーだ。お前が敵でなくてよかった。それで世界滅亡計画の証拠は見つかったか？
Let me do something real quick. Great. It's a little chilly, man. So tired. I don't know when's the next section I'm gonna stop at, but it's gonna be soon. So, sorry if you wanted a longer stream. Anyways.
いや、まだ見てねっつーの。繋がっただけ。ここまで来ればあとは楽だけどな。
ならば疲れているところ悪いが早速調べてくれ。きっとあるはずなのだ、陰謀の影が。
はいはい、やりますよ。でもその前におでん缶食わせろ。
After a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before.
手に入れたパスがセルンの誰のものなのかってのが問題なんだよな。
The question... Oh, never mind. Sorry.
どういうこと？
セルンのデータベースに入ってデータのテーブル一覧をゲットしたんよ。そっから11111111とか ABCDEFGH みたいな簡単なパスワードを使ってる関係者に的を絞って ID 手に入れたわけ。その ID の持ち主がサーバー管理者だったら最高なんだけど、さすがにそこまで運は良くないと思われ。
日本語で OK だよ。
右に同じく。
要するにセルンのサーバー管理者のパスだったならセルンの全身を舐め回すように弛緩しまくりだけど、そうじゃない普通の研究員か何かならおっぱいしか見せてもらえない的な。
ダルク、エッチだね。
エロい例えをするな。つまり見られる情報が限定されてしまうということだろう。
Oh, the Mayuri, bro. She's so funny.
そういうこと。サーバー管理者を特定してパスをゲットするのも時間の問題だけど、それはまた今度にするわ。さすがに眠くてあんま頭が働かん。
It would be cruel to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy.
お、どうやら手に入れた ID は加速器部門担当者のものらしいよ。
サーバー管理者じゃないのか。
一発で当てるなんて奇跡でも起きない限り無理だっつうの。セルに何人の関係者がいると思ってるんだぜ。
何？
6000人以上。
That many?
まあとりあえずこの加速器部門担当者の名前は
Jack.
ジャックさんのメールのログを
Yep.
ちょろっと覗かせてもらおうよ。
Don't be surprised as to how I got that. I saw it on the screen when it showed the password. And of course, the emails came up in English.
うわわまゆしは頭が痛くなってきました。
It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English.
誰よ、なんと書いてあるのだ。
翻訳しないと。
エキサイト先生にご登場願え。
Oh. What? Yo. This is game changing. Dr. Excite, a machine translation site. I didn't realize I could right click and get F1. That's so cool. Yo.
そんなめんどいことしてらんねえっつの。
Daru boots up translation software, auto translates the open page. Poor, unnatural Japanese shows up. The first line says Happy New Year.
新年の挨拶みたいっすな。バカンスでスペイン行くとか裏山。
The email is normal, nothing out of the ordinary.
こういうログを漁っていけば、そのうちサーバー管理者も特定できるのだぜ。
あのね、他人のメールを勝手に見るのってすごくごめんなさいって気持ちになる。
Miri gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She sits on a sofa and hugs her giant upa cushion with a sigh. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable, however.
俺はとっくに悪の道に踏み込んだのに、何の良心の呵責も感じないのだ。責任は全てこの俺が取る。ダリア・マユリに罪をかぶせるつもりはない。
うほ、僕オカリンになら掘られてもいい。
Oh my gosh, bro. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Oh man, there's a lot of people who Steins Gate 0 to Steins Gate like original that do not like Daru in this game. And I can see why. I'm used to him though, so it's like he says outlandish stuff, but I still like him. But he's not nowhere near a favorite character, not at all. Right. It's just so wild, man. Like, oh yeah, Daru's my favorite character, and he says stuff like this. Like, what are we talking about, bro? I'd let Okirin do me in the butt, man. That's insane.
それはお断りだ。
And I declined, of course.
というわけでダルよ、心置きなく覗き見るのだ。
Hi.
オカリンって悪いんだ。マユシは悲しいです。
That's of no concern to me. You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. But they are. She hasn't done anything. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sends emails like these almost daily.
LHC の実験レポートか。タイムマシンのヒントが得られるかもしれん。開いてみるべきだろう。
これ見たら確実にヤバそうだけどな。
That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. Comes up as unintelligible signs or series of
こ
symbols.
れ暗号化されてる。
さすがに簡単にはいかないか。
ま、この程度の暗号を解くのはへでもないがな。
Nice. Super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Daru undoes the security in less than 10 minutes. Now I'm gonna Makise from what I remember. Oh, I'm sorry. But then again, I know why. So we'll see her soon enough. The real time sick is deciphering the crappy machine translation.
意訳すると
Hi, Paul. The experimental data dated of today was improved to the server. Condition of the LHC is excellent, though it is LHC to the end. This fellow is obedient, surprisingly like a cat. Though this fellow is capricious about this one. I think that it may be this condition for a long time. However, do you not think the work not rewarding? It is this kitten large cat. Ha 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 ha. Smiley face. What the hell?
Hi, Paul.
Paul.
そういう演技は無用だ。
サイですか今日付の実験データをサーバーにアップしておいた。 LHC の調子は良好だ。あくまで LHC はだが、こいつはまるで猫みたいに気まぐれだが、ここ1ヶ月ほどは驚くほど素直だ。ずっとこの調子だといいんだがな。しかし報われない仕事だと思わないか。この子猫、大猫と言うべきか。はははははが稼働して9年になるが、この人類史を塗り替える研究は一部の人間の目にしか入らないわけで、もっとも公表されたらされたでいい晒し者になるのがオチだろうがな。世の中の連中はきっとこう言うだろうさ。今すぐロバート・ゼメキフをセルに呼んでください。そうすれば1年と経たないうちに作ってもらえるだろうってな。
9年
Daru finishes reading. I rub my temples and my thumbs. Calm down. Sort things out.
今のメール、翻訳ミスということはないのか。
Did Daru notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does.
翻訳ソフトを信じるならミスはないんじゃね。ところどころへんてこな日本語になってるのは確かだけど。
だとしたら妙なことになる。LHC が稼働を開始したのは去年の春ぐらいだったはずだ。だがこのメールでは9年前から稼働していたと読み取れる。
Didn't he mention that there's theories that they started working on this in 2001? Or was that John Teeter who said that? I don't remember.
おかしいな。
No, I had to have been John Teeter. The email sent day is the year 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. There you go, John Teeter. Yeah. Oh, sorry. John Teeter posted this on the ad channel yesterday. Only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I gulp. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. Yeah, around there. I groaned. No way. Was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world? It's late in time travel?
ダル、もっと調べてくれ。タイムマシン研究の痕跡を探すんだ。
マジでか。
I didn't know if Daru was questioning my order or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again.
どのメールにもタイムマシンって単語は出てこないけど、 Z プログラムって単語がこの数ヶ月で100箇所以上も使われてる。これ今 LHC を使ってやってる実験のことじゃね？
その具体的な内容はブラックホールの生成実験か。どっかに資料は、お、見つけた。
Daru opens the PDF attachment.
なんかこれフランスとイギリスとオランダのトップシークレット扱いっぽい。
国家最高機密。
セルンは国家機関じゃないはずなのに、なんでだろう。つうか国家機密ってさすがにまずいんじゃね？
構わん。詳細を調べろ。
いやいや、バレたらただじゃ済まんし。
お前はハッキングで足がつくような無能なのか？
そうならないようにはしてる。
だったら何も問題はない。
そりゃどうも。
Dara makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds into translation software.
5月14日第137次 Z プログラム実験レポート。なおミニブラックホール生成ミッションはすでに確立しているため報告は省く。第1に
ストップストップ。
All of a sudden, Teeter's predictions became a reality.
やはりセルンは LHC を使ったミニブラックホール生成に成功していたのだ。
公式には実験はまだ成功してないって発表されてるのにな。
This is what Teeter was referring to when he said, what he posted, don't believe what they say.
そもそも実験の目的は新しい素粒子反応を起こすことであってミニブラックホール生成じゃないし。
Daru doesn't take his wide eyes off the monitor.
だが実際にはすでにミニブラックホールは生成されている。
みたいだな。
その先には何と書いてある？
実験結果エラーヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ詳細は別紙ゼリーマンズレポートナンバー14を参照。リフターの調整および各局所場適合地点をオンラインとして確定できない限り実験は停止するべきと提案する。
どういう意味だ？
ヒューマンイズデッドって人が死んだって意味じゃね？
Somebody died? Seriously? I groan. This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we are in too deep. And what if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not. After all, I am the insane mad scientist, Holhin Kyoma. This hurts to read. This hurts to read so much because he's holding Kyoma to a fault, for better or for worse. We can't stop now. Can't control my curiosity. Oh, whoa, hold on, give me a second. My earbuds spilled out of my case, so I gotta make sure that those are all set. Oh man, I'm so tired. But it's about the grind, it's about the struggle. It's about the struggle. Can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of other evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. In an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scold myself for being so faint of heart.
ゼリーマンズレポートというのは何だ？
Sure you wanna check it? You really sure you wanna check it? Daru starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue.
ジャックさんのメールには見当たらないな。 誰かもっと偉い人かサーバー管理者のパスを手に入れないと。
ではそれは後回しだ。タイムマシンについて探してくれ。
さすがに出てこないんじゃね？
After that, Dara spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerate Division Chief's email, but he doesn't find anything about time machines.
加速器技術委員会とか LHC 計画責任者とかって単語が出てきたから、その辺の ID を見当をつけて探すかな。そっちからならもっと突っ込んだ情報が手に入るかもしれんわな。
ジャックさんの ID では調べられないのか。
Dara shakes his head.
では今日のところはこれまでか。
ちなみにさ、今見てたのがセルンの一番でかいサーバーなんだけど、実はもう一個妙なデータベースがあったんだよね。
妙というと？
バグってた。
バグ？
いやバグっつうか、一応プログラムのコードらしきものは出てくるんだけど、もう意味不すぎてむちゃくちゃっつうか、全くもって解読不能です、本当にありがとうございましたっつうか。
暗号化されている可能性は？
あれは暗号には見えないのだぜ。そもそもプログラムとして成立してないんだよね。ただそんな誰にも見られないようなデータベースがなんで置いてあんのかは気になる。
気になるな。
ちょっと解析してみるを。
I think I'll just leave it here for now. Let me save so I can go to bed because I'm really tired. Oh man. Alright. Gotta make sure I did save, right? There you go. Yep, I did save. Alrighty. Well shoot. I'm tired, so I'm gonna go to bed. I'll see you guys in the next stream. Been having a lot of fun doing these streams, so until next time, I'll see you all later.